الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Hello my dear brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What if you have doubts after your prayer? We told you that you shouldn't pay attention to those kind of doubts and move on with your life because it's in the past. But if you had doubts after your prayer and both sides of your doubt were, let's say, invalid doubts, like you can't remember, you've done a 4 rak'ah prayer and you're not sure whether you've done it by 3 rak'at or 5. Oh, this is bad. You are sure you haven't done 4 rak'ahs. This is invalid. The only thing you can remember whether it was 3 or 5, it doesn't matter. It's invalid. It's a void prayer. You are sure you haven't done it correctly. The only thing is that how you haven't done it invalid. So in this situation, you have to redo your prayer. It doesn't matter that you've finished your prayer. You are sure that you haven't done your prayer properly. If you have doubts, in this situation it's different. If you have doubts after prayer about whether or not you've done your prayer correctly, in this situation you don't pay attention. Even when the time of the prayer have passed. In the midnight, you're eating snack, you remember, oh my God, have I done my midday prayer? You don't pay attention to that. It's past. Just we said in the previous session, who is kathir al-shak? A person who doubts a lot. We told you, it's someone that doubts 3 times in one single prayer or in 3 prayers in a row, like Fajr, Dhuhr, and Asr. I mean, the prayer of dawn, midday, and afternoon. In these 3 in a row, in each one he has doubts. This person is called kathir al-shak, or the person who has lots of doubts, and he should not pay attention to his doubts. And the last point is, if you're doing your nawafil, your recommended prayers, and you have doubts during your prayer, whether the thing you're having doubt about is fundamental elements or not, if you pass the part, for example, if you're having doubts about your ruku' while you're doing your sujood, or you're in your next rak'ah, you don't pay attention. But if you haven't passed, for example, you're sitting and you're not sure you've done your sujood or you've done them correctly, you go back and do your prayers because you have doubts. So we reach to precaution prayer. What is a precaution prayer? In the last session we've talked about this, that in some cases, because you are not sure which rak'ah you were doing, Sharia tells us how to get away with this situation, how to fix it. For example, if you had doubts whether or not you were doing your third or fourth rak'ah of your prayer, Sharia says, assume you were doing your fourth, finish your prayer, and do one rak'ah of percussion prayer. So, how should we do percussion prayer? After you finished your prayer, you don't move, you don't laugh, you don't talk, you don't do anything that if you were in your prayer, it would make your prayer void. Because basically you're still doing your prayer. The one rak'ah of percussion prayer is added to your prayer to fix the problem. Actually, you haven't finished praying. So because of that, after you finished your prayer and you did salam, you don't look away, you don't turn your face away from qibla, you don't laugh, you don't talk to your friend, you don't do anything. Exactly like you're still doing prayer. While you're seated, you stand up. What you do is, without adhan and iqamah, the percussion prayer doesn't have adhan or iqamah. What you do is go Allahu Akbar and you do your percussion prayer. And in percussion prayer, you don't say your intention with words. It was permissible in normal daily prayers, but in percussion prayer, you're not allowed to say your intention like, I am doing one rak'ah of percussion prayer, Allahu Akbar. No, this is not allowed. And also, in percussion prayer, there is no surah. So after Surah Al-Fatiha in recitation, you don't recite another surah. And also in second rak'ah of percussion prayer, you don't do qunut. There's no qunut in percussion prayer. And the last point is that you have to recite Surah Al-Fatiha whispering. You're not allowed to speak loudly and recite loudly. So this was percussion prayer. May we inshallah be able to continue our sessions. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.